So, I had to take a break from editing. I had to go get some fresh air and a nice lovely stretch. I also had to go get some food. For our cuisine today, I had this lovely cheese quesadilla with sriracha, some baby carrots and celery pieces, a cutie orange thing, and a protein power crunch bar, which we're not even gonna get started on how delicious those are. I've come back now, I'm in a much better headspace, and I have a script. Just a real quick introduction. Welcome if this is your first time. I'm Cashew and I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 to 6 p.m. EST. I may be changing that schedule soon, but for now, that's my schedule. And if I do change it, it should be up on my Twitch for sure. Whatever the latest and greatest, yeah, will be there. So as you can probably guess, I stream Overwatch Comp specifically. Might slip in some Halo 4 once it comes to the Master Chief Collection, but for now, it's the wonderful world of Overwatch Comp. Specifically, roll queue with a little open queue when I'm feeling particularly zesty. I generally stay between high gold and low plat for SR, but I do fluctuate. Any and all useful information links will be down below. I'll have my Twitch and other relevant social media that you might want to. And any other information I mention, I'll try to have linked below. If not, please call me out and I'll try to add it. I forget. Let's get this show on the road. The game you're currently watching is from Hollywood and ended up being a 5v6. Let me try that again. It ended up being a 5v6, which we won. I'm not sure what happened. I don't remember anyone being particularly toxic, so I guess it was just an unfortunate DC on that person's part. I didn't do the recording like I wish I had, so you will hear some background noise every once in a while. I turned it down. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Lessons were learned. Okay, so let's get started. Want to go through a few updates, stuff I'm currently reading, watching, all that, you know, important jazz. And of course, update you on my fanfic that everyone is dying to hear about. Like, wow, so much interest. No, I'm kidding, actually. However, if anyone from my fanfiction does end up watching this, yes, I'm definitely still working on it. I'm currently attending quite a few Zoom meetings through my library, going over writing better, and there's meetings where they'll incorporate authors that have written. I'm signing up. Every month I'm going through now and I'm trying to see the different meetings that they have. Technically, okay, so technically I did finish the first part, the first like arc of the actual story. I'm assuming I'm planning on it being 2 parts, maybe 3, but as of right now I'm planning on it being 2 parts. But I'm editing and redoing so much of it because obviously I took a break after I finished it. I pushed myself to finally finish it, even though I wasn't happy with how it necessarily came out, but I just wanted to get it through. And so I took a break and I've come back and I'm editing it, and of course I'm restructuring so much of it. I'm trying to get more of a timeline established, things that I can kind of plan in the beginning. I'm learning, obviously. I'm very much learning how to be a better writer, and through all of this, I'm just slowly incorporating these things into my story. I'm still basically, instead of posting it chapter by chapter that I was doing from the start, now I've kind of paused that, and I'm working on editing it as a whole, and I'm wanting to get it finalized and getting it like a more of a polished piece, because I keep going back and I keep editing these chapters, and I realize you need to get the entire piece just yes. So I'm still working on it. Once I'm done and I'm a little more satisfied with how it's going, I will of course bring that person back that I had from Fiverr, and we're gonna go back through it. They were excellent. I was very pleased with their work, so I do want to bring them back and have them help me with editing. So if anyone listening wants more details on not necessarily my story, but if you do, that's fine too, but also just resources that I've been listening and watching and kind of consuming and learning from for writing better, please let me know, because I don't mind. I know the vast majority of my audience is for my Twitch, so I'm not sure if there's any desire for that. So if there is, let me know. I don't mind at all. I'm super excited to, and of course, I want to take writing. I'm thinking about taking it as a major as well, and there is a specific, like, what do you call it? Fiction writing course at my school, but I'm wanting to push it off until I can take it in person, because I'm excited. The person that's teaching it teaches quite a few writing classes, so I'm excited to take that class. But yeah, I've just been waiting. So speaking of school, that's gonna be the next topic. Not very long, just I do want to incorporate it because it is irritating and it is part of my situation. You know, it's going on. Not the end of the world stuff, thank goodness. My next class should be good to go for when I'm taking it next month. Unfortunately, I will only be taking one class this semester, which is irritating, but that's fine. It is what it is. That I'm taking the same professor that I took for the previous class, or I have the same professor, so that's really cool. I like them a lot. I'm not gonna necessarily say it was their fault. I kind of want to blame them. I don't think I really can, but I kind of want to. I'm gonna have to be paying for this next class out of pocket because the way the worked out from really stupid. As long as I do well this class, I'll get back into their good graces. Let's see what else we got here. I'm working on trying to treat my channel yet again with a new light. I feel like I'm always saying that, always learning though. I've been looking up more videos on how you can expand, just, you know, do better basically on Twitch. And I've been watching a lot of, there's a couple of people I'm watching. There's a podcast I'm listening to right now, in particular, a YouTuber by the name of Ashley Christ has a huge series. I've been watching a lot of her videos. Very helpful stuff, I feel like. Obviously, when you start going down that rabbit hole, there's just a lot of content that YouTube suggests to you, which is nice. I'm not complaining. One of the biggest things they're saying is figuring out your brand, building your brand. So that's what I'm working on right now. Just trying to figure out, you know, what's my niche, my thing, you know, what is it I'm trying to do. Obviously with these YouTube videos that posting, expanding, I'm trying to use TikTok a little bit more. I don't want to spread myself too thin, and that's what I'm worried about. So I'm trying to come up with a solution that I can kind of not be everywhere at once, because I don't want to be everywhere at once, especially because since I'm not working right now, I have a very open schedule. So what happens when I do start to work again, I want to make sure that I can still deal with that, not just focus on growing on Twitch, but growing on other platforms that people can watch me off stream. Basically, that's what I'm trying to kind of create, more of a presence even when I'm offline, which is ideal. So just working on that. You know, it's kind of a lot of stuff in the air, so who knows, but I you know, we'll see. You know, trying new things, it's always nice. I usually get quite a few questions about opening a Discord. As of right now, I probably won't. It's just, there's a couple reasons. Not right now. I'm good right now. I hate that because I feel like I get quite a few people that are like, hey, you're gonna open Discord. I'm like, I should. And they're like, yeah, you should. And I'm like, and then I don't. So, unfortunately. Oh, just to kind of branch off, will I continue doing Twitch? Yes, of course. That's a plan. I might restrict my hours just a tiny bit, but I don't plan to right now. It depends. Okay, sorry. Had to edit out some stuff while I was recording. I'm kind of watching the game as I'm recording this. Me and Bubbles are thinking about taking a little trip. We saw this coffee sticker on the way to some burger place, and it was advertising this coffee shop up in North Carolina, and I was just kind of joking. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to go, you know, try it, go see what that's, you know, all about. Like, we like the sticker aesthetic on this vehicle. And he's like, well, why don't we? And I was like, I mean, I guess you have a point. And he's like, yeah, why don't we? You know, we could just take a small little excursion, you know, buy, you know, basic necessities, whatever, not, you know, anything too crazy, and just kind of, you know, just get out of the house and just go driving. So that's something, you know, we might do that. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, some other cool little things we've been talking about. I'd like to go to some type of spring. There's this one I was looking at that had not that expensive. They've got quite a few things to do. You can go rafting down a lazy river, kayaking. They have this really like cool little scavenger hunt thing that you use a metal detector, if I'm not wrong, some type of device I think that they provide you. It looks pretty cool. I've never done anything like that, so I'm like, dude, I'd be down. Hello. I was a little more hesitant about doing it, but I think I can convince them, because I really want to. I have not been to a spring since we moved to Florida, and I'm like, hello, like what do we need to go. So obviously there's the factor of, oh, are you gonna be able to social distance, and I think we probably would be good on that. But yeah, we definitely would have to be prepared, and then of course we're talking about going and visiting California again, visiting some family over there, and then I was possibly gonna go visit my mom in Arizona. I'm not sure though, because the person we're gonna have babysitting our cats is probably, we're just not on the best of terms right now, and I don't want to get into it. It's kind of a mess, so I'm not sure who we're gonna be able to. If only I hadn't gotten, you know, more cats. If only we had one, we could just take one. Like Derpy would be so perfect to take on a road trip. She's very chill. I've taken her on a few road trips, and she just sits in the back seat, and she just, honestly, she vibes. But we do have the other two cats, so we do have anyways, doesn't matter, we have two cats, so we have 3 cats in total, so we do have to plan around that, and everything's kind of just up in the air, but I wouldn't mind just a little bit, get out of the house, even just to go somewhere local, like, and we're still pretty much exclusively doing online shopping. We don't really get out, and unless we absolutely need something in store, like it can get kind of stir crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Aside from that though, I hope everyone has been okay and coping. Lots of Netflix and chocolate. Even today, like, it's just the little things. We're gonna go get Firehouse, just things like that. Exciting things that are happening is I'm getting more involved with my library, which is okay. I apologize, I don't know at what point you'll see this part, but apparently I had the playback sped up until almost once we were out of the gates, which should have left it alone. Anyways, yeah. And they had this service that you could do curbside pickup with your books. I did it wrong the first time. In my head, because it said that they were available, I just assumed I would call and go in the next day, or not go in, but drive up the next day. They'd have it, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you an email when they're actually ready to be picked up. And I was like, you know, that makes sense, considering I've been doing curbside pickup for my groceries, and they email me when it's ready. So I don't know what I was thinking. It just sucked because the library that I went to was like 45 minutes away. It's a really nice library, so that was a little frustrating completely on my part. I almost had a mental breakdown in the car. I was so mad. And then we went back about a week later, not even, like maybe a couple days later, once they had all the books ready to check out, and then we went back and got them, and so far, oh my goodness, hold up, let me go get it. I forgot what it's called. Theoretically, someone else could name themselves. Here we go. I'm gonna say this wrong, so I apologize in advance. It's called The Subway Girls by Susie Orman Schnall. And oh my goodness. Can I just say, this book is really good. If you want a good read, I would highly suggest this. Yeah, fantastic book. I've got 2 other books that I need to finish, and unfortunately my time to bring them back is they're almost due back, so I'm gonna have to extend that. But yeah, Subway Girls, what I've been trying to do is trying to get back on a better like sleep schedule, and to kind of entice me, I will take books that I you know, and only read them before bed. Only read them when I'm about to sleep, and that way it kind of gives me something like look forward to. And yeah, I try to read for about maybe 30-40 minutes, maybe after that, and it's really cool. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, I've just been, you know, trying to read more, trying to incorporate more, trying to watch more, I've been trying to watch more, like, not educational stuff, but more along the lines of informative. Like, I've been watching this one person on YouTube that talks about skincare, understanding the ingredients in your skincare, and I feel like that's really important. I've been working on my skincare routine, just trying, you know, while I'm in this kind of weird middle area of not hibernation. That's not what I'm thinking of. Quarantine. There we go. Quarantine. Just kind of trying to make it a better situation, trying to make the best of it. And I'm also thinking about getting a puzzle to do. I know, silly. You know, I'm making a big deal of a puzzle, but I think it's just important, and I'm excited to, you know, build the puzzle, give me something to do in the evening time instead of being on my phone as much. Trust me, I'm not against, like, I love being on my phone, but I think maybe a little bit less time behind in front of the screen might do me some good, and so I'm looking forward to that, and I can't wait to hang it. I've never done that with a puzzle before, where I hang the puzzle and as a picture frame, you know, whatever, and hang it somewhere. And I found this, excuse me, I found this really cool one on Amazon. The picture looks so pretty, and I'm like, I would hang that as a picture just by itself, and the fact that I'm gonna be building it and just like put so much more, like, just a story behind it, you know. It's something I made, and I'm gonna be putting it together, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'll definitely be posting pictures when it's finished and all that, probably during the process. So in other news, been trying to incorporating some more exercise. It's always a good thing. I've been keeping a pretty okay schedule of running. I usually try to run, not run, I should say walk a mile a day, 1 to 2 miles. Usually, and I go to mow the grass. It's quite a bit of exercise, so that'll be part of it, and then, you know, leftover I'll just kind of walk up down the street. And the mower that I have is a push mower, so I can listen to music and things, and I've been listening to this little podcast. It is a Neopets podcast. Yes, you heard that right, for those that actually know what that website is. The podcast I'm listening to it's these two ladies that talk about Neopets and their life and things like that, and it's honestly, it's adorable. It's like a ladies' night, like a girls' night. It feels like it's so fun, and I keep telling myself, because they talk about things that happen on the site, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna get back into Neopets. I'm going to log back in. I don't have my password. It's been years, and I've been meaning to contact the Neopets team, and I just haven't yet. I'm lazy. Other media, we always usually talk about shows on the stream, and right now what I'm currently watching through is Agretsuko season 3. I'm already about halfway through. I'll probably end up finishing it today or tomorrow. They're not long episodes. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Supposedly there's a pretty, you know, kind of crazy twist at the end from what I read. I'm not sure though, so I'm waiting to see what that's all about. The show overall has been really awesome though from the very beginning. Particularly this season, I feel like I'm a lot more into the side characters that aren't as prominent. Just seeing like all the other characters that they're fleshing out, I've been really enjoying that. Another show that I just found is Teen Wolf, because I thought I remember I had a family member talk about some show that they got really into, and I thought it was Teen Wolf, and I asked them, and it actually wasn't. It was, Lord, what was it? Hold on, I gotta find out. I don't even remember what they told me. Okay, so I'm finding Good Omens. That wasn't it. Good Omens is definitely one that I want to watch, though. I don't remember. I just started Teen Wolf. Not really much of an opinion. I think I've gotten like 2 episodes in, and I see potential. That's right. Glitch text. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. I recommend it. It's good. I think it started off kind of rough IMO, but I actually really like it. The girl, is a trip. She's honestly a trip. Here it is, supernatural. That's what I was trying to find. Okay, they said it wasn't that scary because I asked them. They said it's really good, and I definitely want to watch that. If you guys have any questions though, feel free to drop them down below. Maybe any video recommendations. I could hear someone in the back saying, "Hey, what about that Fortnite and Overwatch dance video you were gonna make? You said like a while ago." If you want to, I'm gonna leave a link for my most recent video where I colored my hair with a bunch of different colored chalk for reaching my sub goal. So if you want to see that, feel free to, and if not, that's okay. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.